Hi all, welcome to Easy Way to Automation. So today we are going to see one more new topic, that is self-healing locator strategies in Selenium. Okay, so what do we mean by self-healing locator strategies? So whenever actually we are running our automation scripts, right? So our script fails because of locators, right? That means it is not able to find the locator during runtime. Okay, so what if we can implement something so that it can retry uh, the locator again and again? Okay, so that is something called as self-healing locator. Say for example, we have provided by .id. Okay, so we have given id of the locator, and unfortunately it is not able to find that particular web element using id. Okay, so it can try for any other locator, for example xpath or name or something like that, right? So how can we implement the same in Selenium without using any AI? Okay, so we have to program it. Okay, so that is something we can check. So what I can do, I will go to this IntelliJ. Okay, so what we can do, I will create one new project. Okay, I'm going here and I'm creating a new project actually. Okay, and obviously it will be our Maven project. Okay, so I'll name it as Selenium automation with locator strategies. Okay, so here we will be using Java programming language. Okay, and I'll change the workspace to empty workspace 2. Okay, and here actually we are going to use Maven as build tool. Okay, and we will be using JDK 17. Okay, so I'll just click on create button so that it will create a project for me, and I'll go for this window so that our project will be open on this particular window. Okay, so as we know, Maven project always comes with a form.xml file where we can add the dependencies, right? So quickly what I will do, I'll add few dependencies. Okay, so first thing what we need the Selenium Java dependency. So that is something I'm going to add here. Selenium Java Maven dependency. Okay, so I'll click on the first link. Okay, so if you see, the current version is 4.34.0. So I can take this one. Let me take this one and I'll add it here. Okay, that's it. And suppose if I need test.ng, what I can do, I'll again go to Maven repository and I'll search for test.ng here. Search for test.ng. So once the page is loaded, so we can add the test.ng dependency to our pom.xml file. Okay, so let's click here. And if I go down, so this is the latest version, if you see 7.11.0. So I'll click here and quickly I will add this dependency to our pom.xml file. Okay, so for now we need only these two dependencies. Okay, and I'm going to update the Maven project so that it will download all the required jar files and it will configure all those jar files to our project. Okay, so after that what I can do, I'll delete this package. Okay, and we are going to create our own package. So I'll delete it. Okay, and I'll create one package. Okay, so for example, I will org easyway automation dot selenium scripts. Okay, so okay, so I have created one class file Selenium scripts, and this is our package easy way to automation. Okay, so now what we can do quickly, I'll create few methods like okay public void, okay, then setup, okay, and I'll have one more method called as public void here term, okay, and I have one more method public void verify orange HRM login. Okay, so I created three methods. Okay, and here I'll be using at the rate before method annotation. Okay, so again it comes from org.stng.annotations package. Okay, and here I'll be using at the rate after method annotation. Okay, so that I want setup to be executed before executing each and every test method, and I want here down to be executed after executing each and every test method. Okay, so setup will be executed before executing each and every test method, and tear down will be executed after executing each and every test method. Okay. So this has to be verify orange HRM login. Okay. So here I will initialize the WebDriver. Okay. So I'll just write here. Okay. Public static WebDriver driver is equal to null. Okay. So I'll import this WebDriver interface. Okay, and here I'll just write here okay driver is equal to new clone driver. Okay, and if you want to maximize it, so just write here okay driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Okay, and you can just import this chrome driver class. Okay, and I'll give some implicit weight. Okay, driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicit weight. Okay, just give your duration dot of seconds, so we can give say 5 seconds. Okay, Okay, and here I'll just check if driver is not equal to null. Okay, then what it will do, it will just quit our driver dot. Okay, and this method, what I'll do, I'll give at the rate test annotation to it. Okay, so this will be our at the rate test annotated method, so that it will be considered as a test case. Okay, so here I will be writing the scripts for logging into Orange HRM login. Okay, so here our intention is to like implement self-healing locator strategy. Okay, so for that what I can do, I'll quickly create one more package here. Okay, so I'll just write here, okay, org, okay, dot easy way to automation. Okay, then I'll just give here say utilities, for example, utilities. Okay, and I'll just change this a bit. Okay, so I'll just write here rename. Here I'll just write here test cases. Okay, and what I'll do, I'll just cut this and paste it inside this. Just okay, and I will cut this and paste it inside test cases. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll create one class file here. Okay, and I'll name it as object repository. Okay, and here I'll create one method. Okay, say public. Okay, web element get username. Okay, so I'll tell you. Okay, I mean why I have like created this method. Okay, the return type has to be listed by. Okay, so here I will be creating one variable listed by say like username locators. Okay, is equal to new array list. Okay, and we will import all the classes. Okay, public static listed by. I'll just import this input class. Okay. And array list also I have to import it. Okay, then I'll start adding the locators. So just write here username locators dot add. Okay, so first I'll write by dot name. Okay, so if we go to that particular website, Orange HRM login website. Okay, so let's inspect this first. Okay, so if you see, it has name attribute and its value is username, so I can use that username. Okay, then I'll just write here username locators dot add. Okay, by dot xpath, for example. Okay, so this time I'll take xpath. So if you see, like, we have one placeholder here, so I can take that. So this will give here input. Okay, and its attribute is placeholder. and its value is username. Okay, so I think we have got one matching node. So I can take this one. Okay, okay, so if you see we have got one matching node, so I can take this one. So I'll go here and paste it. So I'll be taking one more locator using locators dot add. Again, I'll take by dot xpath. Okay. What if like these two fail, right? So we should add proper locator strategies. Okay. So this time I'll be writing xpath in a different way. Okay. So if you see, we have this static value username, right? So with respect to this, I have to locate this edit field. Okay. So what I can do, if you see here, the label is username. Okay, its text value is username. So I'll start from here. Okay, I'll just keep here label, and its text value is username. Okay, and if I go here, okay, so this div will be its ancestor. I'll just write here. Okay, ancestor div of one. Okay, after that I have to come here, and if you see, this div is a following sibling. Okay, is a following sibling of this div. Okay, so I'll just write here following sibling div, and this input is child. Okay, child of this div attribute. So just write here child of input. Okay, so I can take this xpath and I put it here. Okay, so now if you see, to identify username, we have now three locators. Okay, if one of them is not working, then then it is also fine. Okay, so because we have taken three locators, okay, so it will try all these three, okay, for locating your username. So I'll just return this one. Okay, return username locators. Okay, similarly what I will do, I'll create two more methods for password and login button. Okay, I'll just copy and paste here. Okay, and this has to be get password, and this has to be get login button. Okay, get login button, and I'll change the variable name to password locators. Okay, password locators. Okay, and here I'll just change it to password. See, if I go here and I'll just change the text value to password. Okay, so I will take this XPath and put it here. Placeholder name has to be password. Okay, and you will check its name attribute also. Okay, so if you see name, there is a name attribute and its value is password. Okay, all are in small case. So I'll just go here and quickly change it to password. Okay, so now for login button also we have to change it. So I'll just write here. Okay, login locators. Okay, and I'll change all the variable names. Okay, just delete it. Okay, so now let's inspect the login button. Okay, so now if I inspect this, okay, yeah. So if you see this particular button doesn't have ID name. Okay, so we have to rely on XPath only. Yeah, let's inspect the login button again. So now if you see, it doesn't have any ID or name attribute. Okay, it doesn't have ID attribute, it doesn't have name attribute. Okay, so the only option is to rely on XPath. So I'll just write XPath for this. Okay, so I'll just write here button. Okay, and I'll just write here, say it's anything, say for example button, and suppose its type is for example submit. If the type is equal to submit. Okay, I'll take this XPath and I'll put it here. Okay, and I will write one more XPath. Okay, if you see it has its text value login. So here I'll just write double slash button. Okay, I'll just give you a normalized space, and the text value is login. Normalized space. Okay, and this is our one more XPath. So I'll just paste it here. Okay, so now we have prepared our object repository. Okay, now how can we iterate through all these, locators? So for that, I'll create one more class file. Okay, and I'll name it as locator strategies. Locator strategies. Okay, and here I'll create one method. I'll just write in public static. Okay, the return type will be web element get locator. Okay, and here I will be passing two parameters. So the first parameter is your driver. Okay, reference variable of web driver type, and second parameter will be your list of by locator strategies. Locator strategies. Okay, so quickly I will import all these interfaces: web driver, web element, and by class and list interface. Okay, so now what I will do, I'll just write here. Okay, I'll create one web element here. Okay, web element is equal to null. Okay, so quickly I'll write one for loop here. Okay, for okay uh, by locator. Okay, because we are passing list of by, right? So the return type will be locator. Okay, so if you see, the data type will be locator, and here I'll just write a locator. Okay, So for each locator of by type, okay, present inside locator strategy, okay, locator strategy. I'll just write here, okay, element is equal to, okay, driver dot find element, okay. So this is a static method, so we have to make it static, okay. Driver dot find element, okay. Then you have to give here locator, okay. So what I'll do, I'll create one try catch block here, okay, and I'll catch exception ex, okay. So in case if you see like the element is not found, okay, so it is going to throw no such element exception, okay. But I have made it generic, okay, whatever will be the exception. So it will come to the catch section, and here we'll just write here, okay, system dot out dot println, okay. I'll just write here element not found. So with this locator, for example, I can give locator name, okay, and if the element is found, then I'll just write the system, okay, dot out dot println, and I'll just give here element found, and I'll give the locator variable here, okay. And after that, I'll break the loop, because once my element is found, I don't have to continue with the loop, okay. I can break it. So that's all, okay. So now what we will do, okay, so we have to return this element, okay, if you see, because the return type is web element. So here actually I am going to return this return element, okay. So now let's go to our test case, okay. So here what I will do, I'll just write one more thing. I'll just write here driver dot get, okay, so that I will be launching my, what we can say, like our application under test, right? So this will be our application under test. I'll take this URL and I'll put it there, okay. I'll put it here. So after that, I'll just write here, okay. So I'll just write here locator strategy dot get locator, and here actually we have to pass two parameters, driver, then I'll just write here object repository dot get username, okay, so that it will provide us a list of locators, okay. Because if you see, if I go to this get username method, okay, what it is returning, it is returning list of by, okay. So that's what we need in our uh, get locator method, right? If I go here, the second parameter is of list of by type, okay. So that's what we need. So after that, I'll just write here dot send keys, okay, and here the correct username is admin, okay, if you see. So I'll take this one and I'll put it there, admin. Similarly, what I will do, I'll just write here locator strategies dot get locator, okay. I have to pass driver, again object repository dot get password, okay. Then I'll just write here dot send keys, and I'll be passing admin 123, okay, because that is our correct password, okay. After that, I have to click on login button, again I'll just write here locator strategies dot get locator, okay, driver, okay. I am calling all these methods with the help of class name because all these methods, if you see, those have been declared using static keyword. Okay, so we don't have to, like use the objects to call those functions. So directly with the class name, we can call those methods. So after that, I'll just write here object repository dot get login button, and I just have to dot click here. Okay. After that, what I will do, I'll just give one static get. Okay, of 10 seconds, so that we will get to know, okay, whether we have logged in successfully or not. So it will throw enter after the exception. Okay, so that's all. Okay, okay, so I just have to run this to check whether it is working as expected or not. Okay, so let's just run it. Okay, run Selenium scripts. It is going to launch Chrome browser, and it is going to invoke our application under test, which is Orange HRM application. Okay, so it has entered admin and password, and it has logged into the application successfully. And after 10 seconds, it will kill the WebDriver instance. Okay, so if you see our test case passed, okay, and if I just go to console, okay, so if you see, it has written here, right, element found by .name username, element found by .name password, element found by .xpath, this. Okay, so what I will do, intentionally I will make one of the locators fail actually. Okay, so what I will do, I'll go to this locator strategy, not here, object repository. Okay, and here I'll change the value of it. Okay, here I'll give username 1. So here also I'll give username 1. Okay, after that here I will give password 1, password 1. Okay, and here also I'll change a bit, submit 1. Okay, so that now we will check, okay, what locator it is taking. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just go to this locator strategy. Okay, and here I'll put one breakpoint. Okay, so I'll debug it and I will show you, okay, how it is taking. So now what we will do, we will run here. Okay, so now I will debug it. So it is going to launch Chrome browser, and after that it is going to invoke our application under test, which is Orange application, Orange HRM application. Okay. So now if you see, it has taken this, right, locator, if you see, by .name. Okay, it has taken the name attribute. Okay, now what I will do, I will click on this button to step over. Okay, because we have given implicit wait of 10 seconds, right? So see, now it has come to this section, element not found, right? Because it was not able to find with the name attribute. Now again, it will go and try with this XPath placeholder, which is also incorrect. Okay, now it has come to the catch section if you see, and it is going to print this element not found. Again, it will go to try one more locator, which is the correct locator. Okay, now if you see, it is going to write system.out.println, right? We have written this statement element found. Okay, now it will break the loop. Okay, now again it is trying for password. Okay, so first time it will fail. Okay, because it is not able to find the locator, right, with name attribute, because we have changed the attribute value of name. Okay, before it was password, and we changed it to password 1. So now again it will try for second locator. Okay, which is again a XPath, but here actually we have again manipulated the value. Okay, so this will also fail. Now again it is going to try the third one, which is a correct one. See, now it is going to print element found, and it will break the loop. Okay, now this iteration is for login button. Okay, first locator will fail because we have manipulated the value. Okay, element not found. Again it is going to try the second locator, which is the correct one. Okay, now it is going to print element found. Okay, and I will just continue. See, it has logged in successfully. Okay, and after 10 seconds it is going to kill the WebDriver instance, and it is going to close the browser. Okay, now if we go to console, see, you can clearly see. Okay, first time element not found. Okay, by dot u name, element not found by dot xpath. Okay, so third time again element found, right, because it was able to find our username web element with the help of this xpath. Okay, for password also if you see, so two times like it got failed. Okay, so it tried with the name attribute, then it tried with xpath. Okay, this xpath was also incorrect. Then third time actually it got successful, right? So this is how actually we can implement a locator strategy in Selenium without any AI. Okay, so we can programmatically handle it. So try this out, guys. Okay, I hope you find this video useful. Okay, so if you like it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for learning Selenium with Java step by step. Thank you.